Alright, you guys, today's lesson is going to be on bending notes. Now, this is another request from, give me 1 second, 513 Cats. And he suggests that I give a video on this, and I will, and I am. So, 513 Cats, bending is a very, very effective technique once again. Bending, what you want to do is you want to think half steps. A lot of people bend with their mouth, and that's a pretty good technique, but it's not effective as going down a half step and bending up a half step. It's almost like what do we call it in the music world? Grace notes. So if you ever heard of a grace note, which is like a smaller note behind a bigger note to emphasize the bigger note with a graced up note. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm just trying to put things in layman's terms. I don't want to put anything in like big defined words, so I can play it for you better than I can tell you. So a grace note will be like this. So you got B flat B, B flat B. So basically what you're doing is your B flat is kind of introducing the note without taking the note's spot. Basically, you're basically introducing the note. You know, if you come out, it's like in a cordial introduction, or you're meeting someone, and you're like, I don't know this person's name, I don't know where they come from, I don't know what they do, I don't know anything about them, but I have to, right off the bat try to start a relationship. That's not cool, is it? So what you want to do is you want to get another friend to introduce you. Now what that other friend needs to do is introduce you properly. So to introduce them properly, what you want to do in the music world is instead of introducing someone just randomly, what you want to do is go down a half a step, not just using a random note and introducing them, if that makes sense. So basically in music, to make sense introducing a note, we grace. And that grace technique is going down half a step and arriving to your note, which is half a step up. So once again. And then you could do it down a half a step. So that was E flat D, or D sharp D, Jadi, and it gives you kind of that jazzy. And it might be actually written in the music, but the way I think about it is a grace. If you have like an eighth note and then the next note is a half note, and you're playing like a beboppy, swingy type of song, if you go, I think of it as a grace. I don't really think of it as a note, even if it's written that way. But now, since we got this grace thing out of the way, we want to see how we can use that to help us bend in a better way. My friend Joe told me a long time, I used to bend like this. Excuse me, I'm not warmed up. And I mean, that's good, but they can get overbearing really fast. So what I started doing is I started to bend half a step down and up to the note that I'm trying to get to. So it gives you more of a jazzy type thing, but you're not gracing. This is the difference. You want to use your embouchure, your mouth. You want to use your mouth to kind of wah the note. That's the technique you're using. You're going wah, and the difference in the note is not in your mouth so much, but it's in the movement of your fingers. Your fingers can do more of the talking for you than you think they can. So it's so in context, maybe you're trying to woo a girlfriend or whatever. I was using the bending technique, I still use the regular mouth bending technique instead of the half a step up bending technique, because you can use them interchangeably. They can sound the same and different at the same time depending on how you use them. And then you can bend and growl, you can bend and vibrato, and use all these techniques together. Okay, so here we go. Just make sure you come out on the other side, because if you don't come out on the other side and you can't end your thought, it's kind of like, what is he doing? He's just kind of overbearing us. So finish your thought. Then that's that glitch down. So, there's a lot of techniques and different ways you can go around approaching this. And I'm glad you asked me to do this video, Saxman. 513 Cats. And I did do a response to Saxman 2B or B2. Thank you once again. That's why I mentioned him. So yeah, I hope this helps.